Howdy folks, Makia here, and today I'm doing a new review on these Neewer lens filters for the Mini 3 Pro. Now before I was using these Freewells, right? Pretty decent, it was pretty cheap. I think they were around like 50 bucks when I got them. It's got 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and 1000. I don't know when you would use 1000, but maybe when it's super bright. But I've noticed recently that in all my videos, either the side of it, I think it's the right side of a video is blurry, or if the camera is vertical, the top of it is blurry. So I decided to, try something new. So hey, it's called Neewer. For the difference in these ones is they have a variable lens, more options in one. But yeah, so I have my Mini 3 Pro here. I got that daytime 6, 7, 8, and 9 stop. Yeah, it goes from 64, 128, 256, and then 512. That's pretty good. It gives you a lot more variability between them all, so I'm trying it out. I'll have just kind of the drone up here staring at the background here. It's a pretty bright day, so I'm starting out with that stop 6 through 9 just to see how it's like, and then I'll also test out the it's called the CPL filter, and it's supposed to help reduce reflections on non-metallic surfaces. So I'm down here by kind of the river, and we'll fly over, see if we see any really bad reflections like I normally do. So yeah, here, let's pull up the video here. I'm going to be filming here just so you have an understanding of what I'm doing. I'm going to be using a shutter speed of 160 and 4K and 30 FPS. And that's to achieve that kind of saucy motion blur that you're always shooting for drone videos. But I'm going to start here, and this is currently on the 6 stop. And we're just going to work our way through here. I know it's going to be a little disorientating. So a little bit darker. I can see my ISO is going down automatically, so that's kind of interesting. And that's the darkest. So yeah, the ISO is definitely adjusting itself for me as kind of the compensating. Let me put it to, so we're at 6 here. We're at 7 here. Eight here. And we're at 9 here. So that's kind of, we're gonna see if it's any variable in post. It's hard to see right here as I'm in the park, but I can definitely tell it's darker. I'm gonna go ahead and put this up in the air and kind of see what it looks like. So right now we're doing the highest setting right now, a solid 9, just to get a good idea of what we're looking at here. It is looking a bit dark, so I might bring it back down and readjust that, but I can see some good details in the sky. Not bad. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it back down, and then we're gonna test it again with the next one. We're not gonna do all 4 stops. We're gonna do the darkest and then the lightest. All right, now we're on the lightest stop. We're gonna go ahead and take off again and see if there's any difference kind of in what we can see with exposure rise with the same settings, with a slightly different ISO.
Has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Definitely a bit brighter. A little more is out of sight. Can't see all the clouds, but I could definitely say this looks pretty nice, pretty snazzy. I'll have to check in post, but it doesn't look like the edges are blurry. That was the big thing with the Freewells, was I was having blurry edges. Let's go ahead and just kind of pan around here. Not bad. We're gonna go ahead and bring it back down one more time, and we're gonna try that CPL filter and see what that's like. See if we can see any difference on the water. One thing I guess I should say is I'm not sponsored at all. Some people might think that I'm trying to put a good review on this just because, but to be honest, I just want to get something better than the Freewells and decided to do, hey, why not do a little review here? So we're taking off that kind of variable zoom, or not zoom, variable ND filter, 6 through 9. Nice. We're gonna try out this CPL filter. Now this one is also adjustable, but I'm not sure how the adjusting works. So I'll go ahead, we'll plop it on this camera and see if we can see what it does. And now these lenses are supposed to be optical glass, multi-layer coating, surface waterproof, anti-scratch coating. So that, I guess we'll see that in time when I eventually drop something on the ground. It came with a nice little lens cleaner, which I'm going to have to use already because my fingerprint, putting it back in the container, is already on there. So let me just see how that comes up. Oh yeah, pretty nicely. A little bit on the edge. I also have some alcohol wipes in the car just to be sure to get all that off there. But I can see it's a little bit hard. There we go. I got a fingerprint like right on the edge, and it's a little bit hard to get all of it off on there. I don't know if you could see it, but maybe with that alcohol wipe it'll be harder. So I guess that's a slight downside for cleaning wise. And when I originally got these, they're very clean. Didn't notice any issues with that. So let's go ahead and we'll take off again with this CPL filter and see what it does, because I have no idea how it works. We're gonna go ahead and take off here and see what we see. I think I just hit a bug. Woo. Well, obviously it's a bit brighter. Oh geez, I'm gonna have to adjust. We're just gonna go auto here just to see what we're looking at. See if we see any difference. So we're not gonna get that motion blur, but we're just checking out the water, to be honest. Honestly, I'm seeing still some reflections from the sky, so I'm not quite sure. Maybe it is a bit clear. Let's see. I'm gonna try turning this vertical. Oh, I see. Okay, so here, I'm gonna film some in vertical, and you can definitely see it's a lot brighter water. So I'm guessing you can turn that CPL dial, and you can do it for either horizontal or vertical to get rid of some of that glare. That's pretty interesting. That could be cool if you wanted to capture some details like underwater at a lake or say something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. Especially for someone who's never been like super proficient at photography. I like it, but never went to school for it. Now, of course, the last lens we have in here is just a UV kind of protective filter. It's this one right here. That's, I guess, if you don't want to do the anti kind of glare filter and you just want something to protect your lens. I mean, it's kind of personal preference, I guess, but yeah, I'm gonna say for this short experience, I do like these variable lenses, especially for me, since it means there's less things for me to change, less things for me to lose. I'll have to do some more kind of rigorous testing with it on different light levels. So I'll try to use the kind of 1 through 5 stop. That's not much light filtering. So that might be better during kind of the sunset time or in a low light situation, like in an alleyway, under the trees. But yeah, so I'm gonna say I am interested in using these Neewer lenses. That's the name, remember, Neewer. But yeah, it's been good, and if you guys found this helpful or any informative at all, I appreciate you dropping a like and subscribing. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. It's been Kia with Macro Drone Works. So yeah, you have a good rest of your day. Peace.